Welcome to Drug Destiny News, where I'm Grindhead Jim, and I've had a few drinks talking about Destiny news. Here is what we're talking about today. It's a relatively brief topic. We want to talk about the differences going from year 1 into year 2 of Destiny. So Vanilla Destiny into Taken King, from going from Taken King into Rise of Iron. And I've got my dear friend, Beard Grizzly Grant Tusu with me. And we're going to talk about that, coming right off the heels of episode number 2. So, it's a relatively simple subject.
Yeah.
But I want to kind of talk about the feelings. Year 1 of Destiny was really emotional for a lot of people. We've been waiting for a game like this our whole lives. I don't want to be dramatic about it. Anyone who's a Halo fan wanted this kind of thing to happen, and it happened. And now we're introduced to things that, some of us had never been introduced before, like strikes and raids and so forth. We didn't know what the fuck those were. And now, we spent a year, cultivating and building a character and, looking the way we wanted to look and having the weapons we wanted to have and being really comfortable in this certain meta. And then all of a sudden, Taken King comes along and says, yeah, no. Yeah, no. New shit. You gotta change everything you know. Like, what?
Yep.
Yeah, everything. Okay. Year 2 to year 3, Taken King to Rise of Iron doesn't do that. Big difference being that Vanilla Destiny going into year 2, they changed almost every single economy and upgrade type you could possibly change. Very fundamentally, and the weapon balance was completely different. Going into Rise of Iron, they feel like they've got a solidified baseline, and now year 3 is just an extension of that. Going into what will eventually be Destiny 2. I think a lot of people may be apprehensive about biting the bullet. And, with Grant being somebody who was away from Destiny, is kind of my resident Destiny skeptic, despite being a diehard fan. I go to him and say, hey, am I being full of shit here? You're my litmus, bro. So,
yeah. I'm the one that kind of helps you to say, what are you talking about?
Right. So with that perspective in mind, how do you view things from that perspective, as well as how do you give advice to people who are moving into year 3 from maybe even year 1? What would you suggest?
Just play the game and you're going to get awarded. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Besides how it definitely used to be from year 1, where we all ended up having to, like Jim had said, start over. Get rid of everything that we had and literally rebuild. We were told all your exotics are going to be slowly weaseled into year 2. And we couldn't use them anymore, at least at an effective level. We were basically told, hey, everything that you've gotten for your legendaries, you're not going to be able to bring them over. The infusion that was done with House of Wolves, nope, doesn't even matter. You can use them while you level up, but that's it. This is not the case here. When all said and done, everything that you have with the 1-to-1 infusion that is now in place simply allows you to keep every single piece of equipment that you have and still make it viable in any given solution or situation. That is the biggest key, I think, to Rise of Iron that definitely was missed from year 1 into year 2. Just the ability to keep all that customization that you had from basically the full beginning was an important piece. Everything got rebalanced, everything was reworked, sure. And now some exotics just don't handle like they used to. Like, I used to use Red Death all the time. All the time. How often do I use that anymore? Barely never. Weapons have changed. Balance has changed. Patches have definitely done a number of things for that. But I think overall the game is in a better, more kind of mature place. I wouldn't call, and I know we've busted, and I know I've busted the jokes quite a few times, but I really wouldn't say that Destiny is in a beta test phase anymore at all.
No, not even
I
close.
think it was when we started playing it,
Absolutely.
and it was released, but now I think it's kind of come to its own fruition in the way that it plays.
Absolutely.
What I will say is, if anything, with Rise of Iron, if they continue with the same exact feel that they have now from Taken King's April patch to now, and go into Rise of Iron and consequently Destiny 2 with a lot of what they have, I could see them getting a lot of players in and also keeping a lot of players around, as well as bringing old players back. That's the key here, when all's said and done. There are a lot of people that stopped playing this game because of the loot system, because of the way the customization was going. I don't think that's the case anymore.
Absolutely. I mean, we're talking about something where the game just wasn't as rewarding as it could have been once you got to a certain point, and now it is. And
well, and I've made the connection now and again, and I'm sure some people are getting sick of it, but the major thing that I compare what Destiny 1 was to how it kind of is now is, think about if you ever played Diablo 3. Diablo 3, when it came out, was by no argument god-awful. The loot system was broken. You couldn't receive anything that made sense for your class. Now, with the updates that they did with Diablo 3, you get stuff that's related to your class. You get stuff that's easier and more obtainable and feels like upgrades. It's exactly the same thing that they did here. So I don't know if somebody at Bungie went and talked to Blizzard and said, hey, what do we do? And they said, see what we did with Diablo 3? That's what you should probably do. So I keep looking at that and going, if the only problem that this game had realistically was the way that you obtain loot, and they fixed it, and again, as I said in another video, that was your only reason for staying away, not a reason to stay away anymore. It just frankly isn't.
There you go. It's as simple as that, guys. If you've been away, come back. And if you're a subscriber of this channel, or you want to be a subscriber of this channel, and you want some help, hit us up. All of the links are down in the description. You can find us on Twitch, on YouTube. We will make sure that we help you get to where you want to be in Destiny. Guardians, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. As always, keep on grinding. I'm Grindhead Jim, and I'm drunker than I was in the last video. Maybe it's a trend. I don't know. Fuck it. There's no outro. Shit. I love you.